Hello MemberDev Insiders, Ali here, coming to you with a brand new training video. Today we're going to talk about consistency, a very simple but powerful construct for any size business, whether you're a brand new startup or even still in the ideation phase, or you're a healthy growth stage business with lots of revenue flowing. This is going to be a vital part of your framework. It's a big part of how we operate at MemberDev. And today I'm going to share, our 4-part framework for how you can establish consistency. So let's dive in. Number 1, put in the work. This is basically commitment. It's committing to a strategy or process and following through. This is the most important and foundational part of becoming consistent because most people aren't willing to do it. Most people like to think about things, talk about things, but they very rarely back it up. They lack the ability to execute. So by putting in the work and committing, you're already in the minority and you have a subsequent advantage over everybody else. A couple of quick book recommendations. Miracle Equation by Hal Elrod, excellent read, talks about commitment and extraordinary effort. And then Atomic Habits by James Clear. So he goes into a lot of depth around micro habits and getting 1% better every day, etc. So both of those books lean into consistency really well. I would recommend reading them on your time. Number 2, create a system. So every good business, every growth stage business has a system. In other words, it's not all locked in your head, but it's actually spread across a process, a system that can be implemented eventually by a team, procedures, SOPs, playbooks, etc. All of these funnel into a system. And some quick ways to establish a basic system is put time on the calendar. So whatever you're committing to, put it on the calendar. That will be your source of record, or journal if that's where you go to commit to things for yourself. Use task management software. So there's a plethora of tools out there, Asana, ClickUp, Todoist, all of these apps that are designed basically to help you create, manage, and execute tasks. And then I'm going to reiterate, don't leave this in your head. I was so guilty of this early on as an entrepreneur. I'm still guilty of it from time to time, where I talk or think about something and I know it's an actionable item, it gets stuck in my head instead of dumping it out into a system. And so like I said, a calendar is the most basic system. It's also a very effective system. 3, build in accountability. This is huge. So psychologically, we will always let ourselves down. We're just wired like that as humans, is that we'll go, we'll push things off, we'll make excuses, we'll miss things if they relate to us. But if we're accountable to someone else, whether it's a business partner, a team, a friend, a significant other, anybody, you believe me, you will not want to fail them. You will not let them down as easily as you'll let yourself down. So accountability is huge. And I recommend when you're committing to something, especially something new, find accountability. Find a partner or a person or something that you can lean into that will hold you accountable outside of yourself holding accountable. 4th and last one is track your results. So you've put in the work, you've created a system, you've built accountability. Now you need to measure this. And this is critical, because if you don't have a way to measure your progress against some sort of targets or just progress in general, you won't know how efficient you're being, and you won't be able to really see progress in your actions. So spreadsheets, basic spreadsheets are always the fastest way. Don't kill yourself looking for different tools or SaaS products to track KPIs. Do that later. Spin up a Google Drive doc or just an Excel spreadsheet, put in your columns and track it once a month. Make sure that's on the calendar. I have my own alerts once every month. Track business metrics. You better believe I do that every single month. It's arguably the most important thing that I do in the business. Now I'm going to throw a very quick example at you so you have a way to kind of conceptualize this and hopefully take action. So let's say that you've never done email marketing, but you've heard a lot about it and you're like, I got to try this. Everyone says it's great. And it's like, so let's apply this system, this framework of consistency to that. So this is my model. Each week, I'm going to commit to sending 1 email. Okay, that could include anything. For those of us running membership sites, it's probably it'd be a training tip or a quick free video, something just like this, right? So each week, I'm blasting my list 1 email. I will commit to doing this for 3 months. That's 12 weeks, 12 emails. So that's the target. And again, now it's very concrete. It's not just this nebulous thing like, oh, how would I just I've got 12 emails to send, so I can even map those out. Which leads into accountability. I'm going to put those on my calendar. So once a week, let's say Thursday morning, when I've got a little bit create some time, an hour slot to queue up the email, update the content, fire off the campaign, right? And then accountability. I'm going to ask a team member to check in with me every Friday. So that's a direct request for me. Say, please ask me about this email, whether it's queuing up your own calendar system to remind yourself, but someone needs to ask me so it doesn't fall through the crack, right? And then last, we're gonna track these results. So just like I said in the example, create a spreadsheet, Google Docs, my preference, have some headings. In this case, I got some sample headings. We have the email, title, subject line, the date it was sent, the tip or video I put in there, the number of contacts I sent to, and then the number of opens. So these are just a few columns of data points I can track, and then you can start to assume how I'm gonna use that. Over time, I'm gonna say, great, I sent 100 emails and I got 20 emails. Cool. Next week, I sent 110 emails because my list grew a bit and I got X number of opens. And so you can see now how you're using data to back your efforts and essentially drive progress. So that's the example. I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to you taking action on this, becoming more consistent. And please leave us some feedback. Let us know what you're doing.